A lot of people have been saying the CIA has been having their hands on a lot of stuff. And not too long ago, Ice Cube made a comment that I want to share with you about the CIA and their involvement in hip hop.
Same people who own the labels own the prison. Literally the same people. Literally the same people who own the labels own private prison. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artist, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
Now, I don't know if hopefully you were able to hear that. It was kind of low on my end, but hopefully you were able to hear that. I'm still going to play it back and we're going to break it down, but did you hear what Cube said? What do you think before we dive deep into this? Do you think the CIA had a hand in creating so-called gangster rap? Before we break it down, I'll tell you of a time, because I was old enough. I'll tell you of a time we call the house party generation. Time where we were wearing bright clothes, polka dots. We had funky hairstyles. We actually went to parties to dance with girls in our high top fades, and we danced. Came up with dances called the Roger Rabbit and the Cabbage Patch. And then, about as fast as that happened, 89, 90, 91, then comes gangsta rap. The Chronic album. 187 on a motherfucking cop. Songs like that. That affected the party scene. So suddenly when we're doing dances and stuff like that with our funky cross colors and polka dot hair looking like Kwame, Heavy D doing flips and shit. Now, we're bopping. We're wearing dark clothes, baggy clothes. Because the music influenced the dress. That's right, the Raider gear. Oh yeah, the LA Kings. All that stuff. Overnight. And it was almost like, looking back, it's almost like it was designed. But let's listen to Ice Cube again, and I'm going to stop it every once in a while. And we'll break this down. Ice Cube says the CIA created gangster rap.
PSYOP.
Same people who own the labels own the prison.
So he starts off with same people who own the labels own the prisons. That's deep. There are a lot of rappers who invested in private prisons. Allegedly. But it makes sense if you're an investor, right? You want a return that's going to be guaranteed? Invest in prisons. They're always going to be locking motherfuckers up. If there's one business that's probably never going to go out of business, it's prisons. I'm not saying it's wrong or right that you invest in it. I'm just saying it's kind of a smart business move if you think about it. Kind of a smart business move if you think about it. And see, that's why other groups of people are winning, because they think that way. They don't give a damn. Shit, I'll invest in that. I don't care. So we be like, man, I ain't investing in no prison, man. I don't want no guaranteed return of 100%. Wait, 100%? Maybe I will invest in prison. A lot of people have invested in prison. A lot of people of color have invested in prison. But Ice Cube starts off by saying the people who own the labels own the prisons.
PSYOP.
Same people who own the labels own the prison. Literally the same people. Literally the same people who own the labels own private prison. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
The records that are put out are geared to push people towards going to prison. Let that sit for a second while I take a sip of my drink here. How deep is that? How deep is that? Music is so influential. I don't care what you say. Music is very influential. Anybody with 2 brain cells will tell you that. I've had many people on my show, interviewed many people, talked to many people who say just before they went to do a drive-by, what music did they put in? They put in gangster rap. MC8, DJ Quick, Above the Law. Because it got him into that mentality to go out and put in work. And who's approving these records? Who's saying, yep, that's the one? Kill a Nigga Bang Bang, that's the one I want. Yep, let's shoot that to the top of the charts. Kill a Nigga Bang Bang. Yep. NWA, N-Words with Attitude. If that were any other group, wouldn't fly. If it was a derogatory term, the N-word, if it was a derogatory term for Asians, something Asians with attitudes, but the derogatory term for Asians with attitude, it wouldn't have flied. You know why? Because Asian people don't put up with that shit. Same with the Jewish homies. They're not putting up with that. They've tried to do that in the past and it didn't work. Jew Live Crew. Not 2 Live Crew, Jew Live Crew. Didn't work out. You know why? Because their community is not going for that. But us, NWA, yeah, go around calling yourself the N-word. It's fine. We're the only ones that do that. But let's keep it pushing with Ice Cube saying the CIA created gangsta rap.
They didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artist, this is hot, say that, do this. We're going to have this guy write the lyrics. We're going to have that. You have,
You don't know the half about the music industry, guys. Most of your, I'm not going to say most, a lot of your gangster rappers that you grew up listening to, they're manufactured. They're manufactured. It was a wardrobe. It was a straight up wardrobe. I've heard NWA members say when they put on their black khaki suits and their LA Kings hat and their Lokes, it was their costume. It was their wardrobe. Something to think about. Let's keep it pushing.
the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
Some social engineering going on to make sure those prisons stay full. And who do you think they're experimenting with? Who do you think they're experimenting with, huh? Is it not that obvious? I mean, it kind of seems a little too obvious, right? Like a little too obvious. It's like, come on. It can't be that obvious. It's that obvious though, right? But we keep doing it. We keep on doing it. Falling for the banana in the tailpipe. But what do you think? Do you agree with Ice Cube? Do you think the CIA created gangster rap? I mean, he was making some good points. We may never know. Or we may know now that Trump is declassifying all these things. We may know, and he don't mess with the CIA, right? I don't think Trump likes them too much, or the FBI. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he messes with them too heavy. I think those are his ops. So we may know a little bit more in the near future. Sit by, folks. It's going to be an interesting next 4 years with this guy in office. But please hit that like button if you haven't already. Smash that like button. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button.